Hey, what's up, guys? Eric Hyde here. This video is for the Tobin Report premium members. So first want to thank you guys for being premium members of the Tobin Report. Wanted to go over really quick. I'm going to make this a short video. Some of you who've signed up for the trade alerts, it's kind of a beta test. I've put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trade alerts so far last week. I wanted to check in on those, but in no particular order. I wanted to look at why I put those trades out and wanted to look at how they're doing now. So one of them I put out was VIXY, which is basically the volatility index. Well, what we're looking at here is the chart actually of the VIX. So this having to do with volatility. What happens is typically when the VIX is low, as you can see on the chart here, this is the daily chart going back a few years. When the VIX is low, that basically is fear is at its lowest. There's no fear in the market. Everybody's happy. Generally, the markets are up. After we hit an extreme low, you can see what happens after we hit these lows along the trend line. At some point, there's a trigger, some event, some catalyst that causes volatility to increase. So my trade alert for the VIXY was to capitalize on this lack of fear in the market now and be prepared when we do see increased volatility. So I think right now we might be flat, maybe slightly in the money. But as you can see, when the VIX gets to this trend line, typically we see volatility increase. So that's the thought behind VIXY. Let's move along. Another trade alert I put out was UCO, which is basically the crude oil. It's a Bloomberg crude oil, UCO. And the thought behind this was, my chart's a little slow to load here. There we go. Sorry about that. My computer was a little slow. So you can see we've been in this downtrend channel here in UCO, and this basically mimics the oil trade here. So we've been in this range, in this parallel channel, up, down, and we sort of broke out of it. We gapped above here. I put it out in the Tobin report. You can see we gapped above, and I was playing for a retest of this gap. So the buy zone that I put in the Tobin report is, I can move this, in this area here, that is in the gap right here, and we've sort of bounced above it. And so I'm bullish oil longer term. So when I see this gap as an opportunity for price to come down, test it, and move higher, we are pushing the upper end, if not having broken out above this downtrend channel. So right now, slightly in the money on UCO, and I am looking for an upward movement from here. I am bullish commodities, energy, gold, silver, and this falls into one of those categories, obviously. All right, let's move on to LMT, which is Lockheed Martin. The thought on this is I was looking for a breakout. Let's see if my chart will load here. Okay, so I might have entered this trade a little prematurely. As you can see, this nice clean top we have here, where price ripped up, came back, sort of retested. We're along this trend line. We appeared to break out from this nice top with no sellers up above. We have blue skies, so to speak. Well, it reversed, right? So we saw price broke above my $500 limit. I had a buy limit order where I bought at 500, and we've since sold off. We've got this nice wick here indicating a sell-off, but we're holding this trend line. So I will exit this trade if we drop below, if we get closer to this 150-day moving average. But I am bullish longer term. Obviously, Lockheed Martin with the aerospace defense. So I do like the trade longer term. Shorter term, we're seeing some weakness. The good news is our volume down here is not crazy, right? Not a lot of volume. Back here we had a big volume day. Didn't have a huge spike down, but we do see obviously we are trending up over time. So let's move on to Micron. This one we have not executed because much like Lockheed, I'm looking for a break above this this top here. You can see resistance, 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 and I'm looking for, once we get a break above it, I'm looking for, you know, somewhere upwards in the $75 range. Eventually, I think we'll go to 83, and then you know, longer term be at 95. But you can see we have a double bottom here, and it made a lower high. I'm sorry, a higher low, another higher low, and it looks like today we're making another higher low. So this actually wouldn't be a bad entry point here. You could do a partial tranche at this level, and then I potentially buy more when it breaks above the 10-day moving average, and then obviously this sort of neckline that we have here. So that's what I'm looking at on Micron. I'm not in the trade at this moment. Next up, I got two more here. Next up is BMBL Bumble. This one I put out an alert to short it. This is a very bearish chart pattern. All moving averages are pointing down. We've got the 150-day moving average in orange, the 50-day moving average in blue, the 10-day in this yellow-orange. We do have some minor support here, but this chart is telling me it's no good. We've got a bear flag, right? We've got a drop down. It consolidated lower and did not move higher at all. So consolidated, drop down, right? We're consolidating again right now. Bear flag. And in fact, let's break it down a little bit in this in the 4-hour chart. It wanted to break above today. Let me move this out of the way here. Price has been consolidating in this range. It broke above, didn't confirm, and came back down within this range. Now, tomorrow, who knows? It could break back above. We've got some resistance up here at the 50-day moving average, but we are in a downtrend. This is a bearish chart, but it could make a turn and start to go upwards, in which case I'd reassess to potentially exit this trade. So that's BMBL. And then last up is NVIDIA. Put out a short on this one. Let's take a look here. Sorry guys for the, my computer's a little slow today, internet, not sure what's going on. Okay, here's a daily chart of NVIDIA. So to me, right, you got this 150-day moving average. NVIDIA just went, you know, too high, too fast. We kind of almost hit this double top, but technically not yet. So we could have some room to go higher. But if you notice, now this is what I don't like about this short position is we're now consolidating at higher levels, which means moving averages will catch up. This could potentially give it fuel to go higher, in which case I would exit the trade. So we're within this range, and what we can see is the buyers and sellers are battling. And I think if we go to the 4-hour chart, we'll see that on a volume level. Yeah, there we go. So you can see price up, down, up, down, up, down. Nobody's winning. Bears, bulls are battling it out. We've got, you know, huge volume, buyers, sellers. So right now we're in this range. We'll see where we are. And I think that's it. Those are the trade alerts I put out. I'd love any feedback from you guys on the text alerts. I don't want to send out too many unless the risk reward looks pretty good to me. A couple of these have changed slightly, in which case I'll put an update out on the text thread. But I appreciate you guys for listening. I appreciate you guys for being premium members. And again, give me any feedback, reach out to me, let me know what you like, what you don't like, and we'll see if it's something we can improve upon moving forward. So that's it for today. See you guys soon. Bye.